Okay, we're going to go over wave hands like clouds, but first we're going to talk about rotation for a moment. So when you're rotating from your dantian, or you can think about it for now as your belly button. So, I'm still struggling with this too. So you're trying to keep your pelvis as still as possible and not try to tip it from side to side. As you're shifting into your foot, you're rotating with your belly button towards that leg. So I'm shifting back over to my left foot. I'm rotating to my left. My belly button is leading the way. But I'm trying not to lose this parallel pelvic position. So your eyes are moving with your belly button. Because in wave hands like clouds, you're going to be doing this rotation, and that's what's really going to be guiding your arm movement, your hand movement. So if we're going into the wave hands like clouds with just moving side to side, which is a great warm-up before you go to the left, you can lift one hand up to one side, and you're shifted into the opposite leg that you're rotated towards. Sorry, you have your hand up, which is the opposite hand. Nope, it's the same hand you're gonna be shifting your weight into. So right now I am on my right foot. I've got my left hand up, and I am moving into my left foot. So I'm going to rotate towards my left, and then I'm going to bring this right hand up, and as I'm shifting back to the right, I'm watching the right. And now I'm switching hands, so now I'm shifting back over to left, watching the left. And what's guiding my hand in front of my arms what's guiding my arms to stay in front of my face and to look like it's flowing across is my rotation. That's what gives it that cloud effect, rotating from the dantian. So you have this one hand that is leading that weight shift, and the bottom hand is following. And I switch hands. You can kind of think of this like a setting sun, and a rising sun. So the top hand is the setting sun, the bottom hand is the rising sun. You want to have nice rounded shoulders, heavy elbows, heavy hips. And just check in with your hips every once in a while. Just make sure that they're not tilting from side to side like mine just were. So now we're going to go to the left, and that is what happens in the actual form. So if you are starting from single whip, which is in a different video, you have your tailbone drop down, bird's beak on right side, hand facing out. Remember, elbows are in line with your knees here. So your arms are not out to the side, not in line with your shoulders. You have them a little bit in front. So if you're starting from single whip going into wave hands like clouds, what you will do is you'll actually shift over to right first. You're going to start by bringing that left hand down, rotate the left toes towards the front, and then when you shift back over to left, that's when you are starting your wave hands like clouds. So I'm watching my left as I shift into left. I'm going to pull that right foot in, and as I shift into the right, I'm watching that right hand as I rotate towards that leg. So now I'm going to rotate towards my left leg. I'm finding my full weight shift as I watch that hand. And then as soon as I find that full weight shift, I'm pulling that right foot in, and I'm watching the right hand, shifting into the right foot. And then you're going to watch the left and slowly shift into the left. And then you're going to slowly shift into the right. Watch the right. And you're rotating towards the leg you're stepping into. So I'm rotating towards this left leg. And then I'm going to rotate towards my right leg. Let the elbows and shoulders feel nice and heavy. If it's hard to make them feel heavy, bring them a little closer. Maybe bend the elbows a little bit more. Maybe make your steps smaller. Maybe don't even try to rotate. Maybe just bring the hands up and find that weight shift. I think you'll find that the rotation with the lateral movement is actually quite natural. It feels quite natural once you get the hang of this actual movement. Because when you're just going across and you're just kind of doing this, it kind of feels stiff. But if you add, that's without rotation. Of course, I'm going really fast. So if I were not to do rotation, it would kind of look like this. In fact, I think I'm forcing my arms to kind of move around more than they would. But now, if I'm adding in that rotation from my dantian, there's more of a flow, continuous movement through all your joints. Think delicate wrists. So that is wave hands like clouds.